Give me a second. They say to live in the present. I simply need to look out and take this in. I'm not sure that this is real, because earlier someone said to me, "Can it get any better?" And I said, well, actually, yeah. I would have died and gone to heaven if I got a chance to meet Coach Izzo. Sorry, Coach, you have made this a top tier. I am truly, truly honored tonight. This day has already been beyond something I could have ever imagined. I want to thank the Hall of Fame Selection Committee. I don't know who you are, but you made this lady one very, very happy woman. Thank you, President Woodruff. Thank you, Mr. Howler. You both have made Spartan Nation proud in the manner in which you've handled things. I am humbled, and I have continued to say to my husband, I'm not sure I belong here when I'm in the presence of my fellow Hall of Famers. You are true champions, not only with what you've done here at State, but what you've gone on to achieve after your university days were over. I am truly humbled. Like everyone else, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a number of people. But I think, as many of you have said, that number of people is very powerful once we're here at the university, but it starts when we're much younger. It also starts, for me, with parents who taught my sister, my brother, and I that we could be anything. Our family moved around a lot. But with each move, my parents made sure that we were going to a town and the schools were appropriate, that whatever our love was, it could continue to be developed. And for my parents, they always took my sports into account, since that was something that I showed a love for. To my mom, who drove miles, miles, miles to watch every game. I don't think she missed a single one of my games from middle school through high school. To my brother, who taught me how to play sports. I was one of the first to say it was okay to not throw like a girl. He was also the one that taught me it was also okay to play with the boys. To my sister, who had to catch for me on spring vacations using an oak tree as a backstop, because I was told the only way I could go away on vacation was to continue to pitch, to keep my arm in shape. God bless her. She gave up the family car selflessly when I played on teams that were out of town. And she routinely was seen in Michigan State bleachers cheering me on in both field hockey and softball. Yes, my younger sister, Linda, is a Spartan also, and she also bleeds green. Thank you to the coaches who took a chance on me, to Diane Ulibarri, Sam Kajornson, Sandy Fisher. You pushed me, you taught me new skills, and helped me learn how to prepare, execute upon a game plan, change course midstream, and then soar. To every teammate I took the field with, thank you. You own this honor with me. Without you, I would not be here. To my husband, Jeff, thank you for being my biggest fan, accepting my green blood as part of our marriage vows. You've turned into a Spartan yourself, screaming through every football game, and Coach Izzo every basketball game too. And yes, You love Coach Izzo as much as I do and my sister. And that was in the script before I even knew you were going to be here. Jeff, I love you so much. Thank you for allowing Spartan Nation to come into our family. To athletics in general, you teach us how to effectively use our bodies, strengthen them, and then push them to limits we didn't even know that we could reach. You teach us how to win and lose. You teach us to respect our teammates and competitors alike, regardless if they think like us or look like us. You teach us how to not just win, but to win with grace. You teach us how to lose with dignity. When we fall, you teach us how to get back up and try harder. Individually, we can be at our best, but sometimes we can still lose. Similarly, even in our weakest days, we can still win because others are there to lift us up. But it's how we win and how we lose shows who we really are. While we're here in the university, our teammates are our family. But family really happens once we leave this university. Because as others have said, Spartan family lives on. I will never forget, my husband and I had a reservation at a restaurant in Maryland. We sat in the parking lot and were half an hour late for our reservation because, Coach Izzo, we listened to you when you spoke to the students after the shooting. We walked into our reservation with tears in our face, and they asked us, are we okay? But Spartan Nation around the world came together. And I thank you for being the voice of this university on that day. What I learned from sports were directly applied to my career. And by the way, Michigan State prepared me well. Working together, guiding, teaching, encouraging others. It's just like athletics. We learn to see potential in others, and those that may be less experienced, have less talent, but we learn and we try to develop them. It's about leadership. Leadership you've learned on a field, on a court. Most of all, sports taught me that it was okay to be strong, assertive, knowledgeable, and feel that I had a right to take a seat at the table, any table, even if I was different from those that were sitting at the table with me. Ultimately, I thank God that He decided to build this little girl that would have athletic strength and abilities as His gift. I've not always embraced the gift that society often tells you that being a jock is not cool. In my time of growing up, being a tomboy was okay, but then when you got older, you were a jock. One of the reasons that I only played for 3 years in field hockey is I came to Michigan State and I was going to get rid of that image. Guess what? It didn't work, did it? Instead, that powerful little voice reminded me to be who I was always meant to be. I'm proud to see how far women athletes have come. In today's world, women are now respected for being strong and determined, for reaching goals that used to only be for boys. We've come a long way. I am proud to have been a part of this development and journey. In closing, to today's athlete, playing for Michigan State is an honor. Do not take it for granted. Respect the name of the university that's on the front of your uniform, not what's on the back. Wear that green and white with pride. Make sure you respect your teammates who have helped you along the way. Lift them up, love them. Playing for state is and will always be a privilege. Do not ever take it for granted. Okay, I said I had only played field hockey for 3 years. So if you think there's any chance of a sponsorship with Jaredol, one a day senior, Ben Gay, we could talk. Thank you, Michigan State, from the bottom of my heart. I have been deeply honored. This is a day I will never, ever forget. Go Green!